What makes a legacy? Amanda Nunes has spent the last 4 years building the case that she, not Ronda Rousey, is the greatest fighter in women's bantamweight history. She took 3 minutes lifting the belt from Miesha Tate's waist in 2016, and before the year was out, Nunes had dealt with Rousey herself, ironically obliterating the quick finisher in only 48 seconds. Then it was Valentina Shevchenko, who would become the UFC flyweight champ a year later. Nunes flattened featherweight GOAT Chris Cyborg in just 51 seconds and took only 4 minutes to deal Holly Holm, the original Rousey killer, the first and only KO loss of her MMA career. Next to all of these capital N names, Germaine de Randamie can't appear as anything more than an also-ran, not least of all because she's already lost to Nunes once before. De Randamie herself might have been the woman to dethrone Cyborg after her own win over Holm in 2017, and yet at the time, she showed no interest in the fight. She sat on the sidelines for over a year before quietly working her way back to contention. Adding de Randamie's name to Nunes' win column should be like adding a pebble to a wall, right? So why does it feel that this same pebble, thrown at just the right angle, could bring the whole thing crumbling down? De Randamie has less power than Nunes, but not by much, and makes up for it with an extra inch of height and 2 of reach. Unlike Nunes, she has never been prone to gassing, and especially not now that her takedown defense is tight enough to keep her where she belongs, on her feet. She fights calm and cold. For all those who screamed cowardice back when de Randamie refused the Cyborg fight, some of us only wondered why she would avoid such a winnable matchup. Make no mistake, the Iron Lady is dangerous. Nunes and de Randamie are made of different stuff. No one has ever accused Amanda Nunes of ducking an opponent without her rushing to take the fight in question and prove them wrong. Her achievements are bold and loud, undeniable. The irony of UFC 245 is that Germaine de Randamie, a woman who mostly keeps to herself and slowly, quietly gets better, a woman whose name, partially by her own doing, could never come close to measuring up to the Rouseys, Tates, and Cyborgs decorating Nunes' record, might be better suited than any of them to actually beat her. On its face, Nunes de Randamie is the least compelling of the 3 title fights booked for UFC 245. The matchup is easily overlooked. Like de Randamie herself, it shouldn't be. This weekend, the women's bantamweight title is truly on the line. Perhaps, when evaluating legacies, we should ensure that the rewards match the risks. If Amanda Nunes does win at UFC 245, it will be a further testament to her greatness, and we ought to give her the credit she deserves.